What's up, guys? It's Casey Zuckelman, aka the Fourth Sanderson Sister, coming at you with another Hocus Pocus theory / lore video. In today's video, we're turning our eyes away from the Sanderson sisters a little, and Becca's coven a little, to focus on someone we've all had our squinting eyes on for years. Allison. Fans have asked for years if Allison was a witch because there were moments that had us questioning this. Some have even speculated about her being the fourth sister, and I don't exactly buy that one. The timelines just don't really add up for that. Plus, that's my job. But Kenny Ortega weighed in on this topic. There was confirmation before he weighed in as well, and now I'm left wondering, how much of a witch is she? Or did she let the magic leave her? Let's talk about Allison and her link to the magical world. So first, let's talk about Kenny Ortega's take on this. This article came out, I think, in 2023? Or possibly last year, I don't know. It was something I meant to address and never got around to it. Either way, we're doing it now. Hocus Pocus director Kenny Ortega addresses a theory about one of the movie's key characters. The core of Hocus Pocus is the Sanderson sisters, something I wish Disney would remember, 3 devious witches who came back to life after being executed during the Salem witch trials. The supernatural movie also includes human characters who interact with these witches, such as Allison, who is the love interest of protagonist Max Dennison. Given Allison's extensive knowledge about witchcraft, there have been theories that the character could be a witch. Now, Ortega responds to the fan theory that Allison is actually a witch. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly, Ortega mentioned that he did feel the whole time like there was a little witch there. According to the director, he even thought Allison's bewitching nature had spin-off potential. Check out the full quote. And I'm gonna do that, because that's why we're here. I did feel the whole time that there was a little witch there. I even thought there was potential for a spin-off that was about that, and I had conversations about that many years later at the Disney Channel. I thought she was bewitching as a teenage girl. It was not typical for Max to fall head over heels for her. She had a mystical beauty, and she was bewitching. So, he even said in a different article that the significant part was, like, whenever she changed clothes, she went to get a specific necklace to put on before they left. So he said something about that possibly being a charm, which I think is an interesting take, and it actually makes quite a bit of sense for her. But that wasn't exactly, yeah, she's a witch. She has some bewitching qualities. But you know what does confirm it? You know what piece of lore does confirm Allison's a witch? The junior novelization of the first movie. That was based on the first draft of the script. But this book is the novelization of Hocus Pocus, so canon kinda is a little woo-hoo-hoo here. But on page 48, I read, "Take a hike," Allison shouted at her. Max turned and smiled at Allison, who looked away. "She's jealous," Winifred said. "And isn't she pretty? Almost as pretty as her ancestor, little Elizabeth Podbury, the good witch." "Good to the very last bite," Mary cried, licking her lips. Winifred just over here casually dropping some lore. Allison is descended from a good witch. Confirmed by the Sanderson sisters themselves, who apparently murdered said woman.
But that is called cannibalism, my dear children, and is in fact frowned upon in most societies.
The book's dark in ways that the movie was not. Whew. But that said, she was confirmed to be the descendant of a good witch. So that means Allison has magical blood in her veins. So the answer is yes. Allison has witch blood in her veins, and her being descended from a good witch does kind of line up with her moral stance. But when we meet Allison in Hocus Pocus, she isn't 16 yet. I know this because she and Max are in the same grade, And Max, I cannot remember if I read it in the first draft of the script, if I read it in the book, but it was confirmed somewhere that Max is 15. Allison is 15 as well. Her birthday could be coming up. But regardless, she hasn't hit Sabrina the Teenage Witch status yet, and therefore has not blossomed into her powers. But while she is knowledgeable about the Sanderson sisters, and as Kenny said, like I said in a different article, she wears a special necklace that was possibly for protection whenever they were leaving the house. I don't think she has grown up being as active with magic like Becca. I don't think she is an active conjurer like Becca was. Of course, it could be that since her parents did run the museum linked to the mysterious accidents, they might dissuade her from dabbling in the craft. But again, she is descended from Elizabeth Podberry the Good Witch, and I feel like that would be a source of pride for her family, if they knew. I want to think they knew. Feels like some important family history there. But all of this knowledge would culminate when Allison meets the Sanderson sisters and fights for her life on Halloween 1993. I think this is where Allison's path to witchhood diverges. She sees the danger that magic can bring about. She sees how corruptive it can be. She has to use anti-magic to defeat these witches. Allison is a very cautious character who thinks things through before going through with them, a great opposite of Max. He persuaded her to go to the cottage. She wasn't going to take them there until he talked her into it. If she could be so easily persuaded to do that, what's to say she wouldn't be persuaded to do something wrong with magic? When Allison turns 16, after having dealt with the Sanderson sisters, I personally think she would swear off using the powers that arrive. She doesn't want to turn into someone like Winifred or Mary or Sarah. She didn't have the benefit of using her magic like Becca did to stop the Sandersons. She just saw what magic can make people do. She just saw the bad part of it. She didn't have that Becca did. She didn't have the need to make a noble spectacle of her powers to save the ones she cared about, like Becca did. From all the speculation from Jen back when HP3 was announced, and she was still the head writer. I don't know if she's still writing the story or not. It's confusing. Either way, she said in an interview she wanted to bring back Allison and Max again, but there was no mention of powers for Allison. She only talked about Allison maybe running a museum in California while Max was in a band. Plus, with Danny's cut storyline of being very adept at anti-magic, I think that would further dissuade the notion of Allison using magic, because she would have grown up around Danny. She knows the trauma they went through. She would still very much be a witch, but kind of like Credence in Fantastic Beasts, she'd hide it and not use her magic. She might tell Max and Danny, but she'd be like, I'm not using it. I'm not using it at all. You're not going to see me do what they did. I can, however, see Allison continuing to use, like, little protective charms, like the necklace we mentioned, and crystals, maybe even some Wiccan practices and remedies like Thorn and Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Small things that she knows are not dangerous or corruptive. Allison didn't see Winifred's remorse at the end of Hocus Pocus 2, so she doesn't know it's possible to pull yourself back from the brink for your loved ones. I think her trauma on Halloween 1993 would really keep her from wanting to use the powers she'd gotten on her 16th birthday. But Allison is definitely a witch. The bloodline is there. That is the most crucial part of this, is her bloodline. Unless she was born a squib, which is also possible, which for those of you who don't know what squib means, squib is a term coined by Harry Potter where a non-magical child is born to magical parents. So she could have been born a squib, but I really think she just hadn't hit her 16th birthday yet, and when she hit 16, she got powers, but she wouldn't use them because of the trauma. So there you go. That's my thoughts on Allison being a witch. There is some actual stuff to back it up. This is one of the only times a theory of mine has actual, like, concrete proof. I mean, literal concrete proof for me to be like, hey, I think this is actually working. It's actually canon. So, she is a witch. But that's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Do you think Allison is a witch? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you're new to my channel, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. If you haven't, it's free. It helps me. What helps me helps you guys get more great content like this. April 13th is going to be my annual birthday palooza, my birthday stream, where you guys get to quiz me with Hocus Pocus trivia in the Bean Boozled Birthday Bash, which has become a thing now, and y'all kicked my hiney last year, and I'm really not looking forward to doing that again. But I have fun with it, and you guys have fun with it. It is a fun time. So show up for that at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, or did I say 2 p.m.? I'll correct it later. Here on the channel, Editing Casey's got you with the correct facts. Here on the channel on Sunday, April 13th, I'll be joined by my best friend, Sarah May, who is also one of our admins. So she'll be here giving me the quiz. We're going to open fan mail. If you guys want to send fan mail for the stream, the address, excuse me, this isn't a link. I'm tired. The address is in the description of this channel. You can send that to my mailbox, and I'll open it on stream. Doesn't have to be anything big. You can just send a letter. The letters honestly touch me more than anything else. They just make me happy because I love hearing your thoughts. And we'll also be playing Jackbox games. We're going to play games together for my birthday. We're going to have some party games. We're going to play Jackbox. It's a lot of fun. So that's what we'll be doing for my birthday stream this year. And Thursday night, we're back over on the old Twitch channel to play some more 4th Plays Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, over on my Twitch channel, which if you're not following me over there, you really should. I get to be a little less family friendly over there, and it's fun. So you get to see a different wild side of me, which is great fun. And then Saturday night is the premiere of a brand new game here on the channel. We're playing Pokemon Emerald Randomized Nuzlocke, and we're sending Winifred Sanderson out into the Hoenn region. If you didn't see the finale of Mary's Ruby Nuzlocke that took place last Saturday, check out the VOD for that. It was slightly stressful, but it was okay. We came out all right. But yeah, we're starting Winifred's Pokemon journey in the Hoenn regions on Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the channel. And I can't wait to start the game. Can't wait to find out what our starters are. And I hope to God it lasts a little longer. We're going to have to find some filler. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're regular on this channel, please remember to drop a like. Share your thoughts on this theory down below. I'm Casey Zugelman, a.k.a. the 4th Sanderson Sister, and I'll see you witches and wizards later.